I am Daniel O'Brien. Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Obsessive Pop Culture Disorder, the only show that has my stupid face talking too much about pop culture. We don't question why Superman can fly. John Quincyano's believed that there were mole people, wanted to trade with them.
Who's the Wizard of Oz? An old shut-in with a projector?
Not the only, one of the only. I always said that. Doesn't matter. Hello, today's topic is... Now, I'm no die-hard expert. I've written about the films quite a bit. I've seen every one of them multiple times. My entire professional career is built on my understanding of the franchise, and many people have called me a die-hard expert. Die-hard expert. Does that make me an expert on Die Hard? I mean, yeah, probably. Anyway, I know enough to be able to spot the difference between a die-hard and a not die-hard. And Die Hards 4 and 5, baby, we're not diehards. Die Hard 5 was a hairy, train wreck nightmare of a movie, and Die Hard 4, while fun, was not a Die Hard.
Need a hug? We're not a hugging family. Damn straight.
Those movies fell short, and after watching them, it would be reasonable to conclude that we would never see another good Die Hard again. Until Roland Emmerich's White House Down rose from the ashes of A Good Day to Die Hard and died. Hard. It's a good day. Before I explain why White House Down is a Die Hard, we need to understand what makes a great Die Hard film. The best Die Hards, by which I mean 1 and 3, have some very clear bullet points that must be hit. For starters, our protagonist's personal life needs to be shitty in some way. In Die Hard, a perfect movie, McClane is out of his element. He's in a different state, his family is slipping away from him, his wife's going by her maiden name, he's not a presence for his kids. He is a down-on-his-luck, fish-out-of-water hero. In Die Hard 3, the second best Die Hard movie, he is a drunk, suspended cop whose wife full-on left him. Die Hard 2, meanwhile, has a McClane who's McClean and well-dressed and on good terms with his family, and the movie suffered for it. That's why Die Hard 2, Die Harder, was the weakest of the original trilogy. By 4 and 5, he had some minor bullshit to deal with his kids, but mostly he was a super cop on top of his shit. That's why those movies mostly sucked, with a few minor cool exceptions. Our hero also needs to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. He doesn't go looking for trouble. He stumbles into it, off guard and unawares, and then he just makes the best of a bad situation.
I want to play a game with Lieutenant McClane.
What kind of game?
Simon Says.
The best Die Hard took place in a confined location. One hero, one set of bad guys, one building, no way out. When one dies hard, the consistency of location is important because that's what makes our Die Hard protagonist one man against a tiny army, our only hope. The reality of that is broken if McClane is just out in the world where realistically he'd be assisted by other cops or actual armies. Once you get out of one cramped location, you're no longer telling a story about a bunch of terrorists and the one man who could stop them, and that hardly is Die Hard. And finally, black people. Don't balk at this. We're gonna talk about this. We're all adults here, except for some of my viewers who are children, who frankly shouldn't be fucking watching this. Shit. Farts. The best Die Hard has 2 funny black sidekicks.
Man, look at this. CD, CB, TV.
I thought you guys just ate donuts. They're for my wife.
The second best Die Hard has 1 funny black sidekick.
That's a white man with white problems. You deal with it.
Die Hard 2, Die Harder, had a little bit of Alan, and Die Hard 4 and 5, no black people at all. The worst Die Hard movies have the fewest black people. I don't know what it means. I'm not trying to make a statement or say something about society or the world. I'm just stating facts. There's a direct relationship between how many black people hang around the protagonist and how great the Die Hard movie is. Fact. As long as there are no rebuttals, and we're all on the same page about what makes a good Die Hard movie, let's see how White House Down stacks up. That's right. The episode is just starting.
I'm sorry that I didn't make it to your talent show. I really wished I was there.
I'm not.
You've got a protagonist with a crappy job. Even the President of the United States is disappointed in him.
Don't go in there. Just... Oh, this is so stupid.
A routine visit to the White House that suddenly gets interrupted when a menacing gang of terrorists round up a bunch of hostages and do a bunch of mayhem while our hero floats under the radar. Did somebody say Die Hard? What White House Down did, that Die Hards 4 and 5, and to some extent 2 didn't do, was give us a hero who wasn't super cop. He was just a guy doing his best. He's not that clever. He's not that special. He chans tates like you, like me, just an average guy.
You ever been rock climbing? What, we climbing this? Unless you got a better idea, yeah.
The entirety of White House Down is confined to the White House, which is perfect for a Die Hard and a sequel. The Die Hard franchise thought that bigger was better, so they grew their playing field with each successive Die Hard film. What they should have been thinking was that higher is better. High as in high stakes. Because the one building that we're dealing with happens to be the place where the president sleeps, the stakes are immediately higher. Everything is more dire and more harder. White House Down manages to keep everything in one location, like a good Die Hard film should, and it manages to raise the stakes like a good sequel should. White House Down even manages to echo the original Die Hard by making one of the hostages a relative of the protagonist. As if it wasn't bad enough protecting the president and avoiding terrorists, one of the hostages is Chan McTate's own daughter, just like Holly. Holly! Holly! Holly!
Freeze! Shoot him! No, don't shoot him!
Finally, the president in White House Down is Jamie Foxx, who is black. You might not think this is a huge difference, but if the president that Tatum was protecting was white, the movie would have been a piece of shit.
The United States of America doesn't negotiate with terrorists.
Also, hey, dear movie with a stupid name. Your name's stupid. Love, Daniel. This Olympus Has Fallen? Just call your movie what it is. Guy, you and Pacific Rim, it's like you were named by a bunch of English majors in a Robert Frost class. They suck. They're bad names. Pacific Rim. Just call it fucking. Look out! There's monsters, but oh, don't worry, because we built some giant fuck off robots that are gonna. It's fine. Everything's fine. You didn't mention robots or monsters anywhere in your title. Don't bury the lead. Holly! White House Down hits all of the hallmarks of a good Die Hard movie, with the added bonus of including a hacking scene that is as ridiculous and out of touch as the one from the original Die Hard. It's like I'm in the past all over again. Hey, speaking of time, I'm gonna make this episode even longer. No? Oh, are we out of time? I thought I had. Okay. Well, that's enough for an episode. That's fine. Hey, thanks for sticking around. I'm Daniel O'Brien, and always will be. Tune in next time when our topic will be an episode of Game of Thrones I wrote performed with action figures. That is a 44-minute episode. Cool. Yes.
Hey, we're doing these again. I'm Soren. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. Although if you haven't, I can't possibly believe why not. We've done like 1,000 of these things, and yet we still have to keep doing them. I don't know what to give you. I don't know what you want. Take anything. Take my shirt. Take my shoes. I don't care anymore. All right? You wanted this? You got it. All right? Are we happy now? Can we all subscribe, please?